And welcome back to Newsmaker Sunday. We are talking job loss and unemployment benefits as a result of COVID-19. There are some people who are receiving their benefits and some are still waiting to receive their benefits. And this includes substitute teacher Paula Laundrie, who joins us now this morning. Paula, thanks so much for joining us. Tell us, first of all, a little background about your job as a substitute teacher. Where have you taught? How long have you taught?
Well, thank you, Tom, for this opportunity. I have taught in Green Bay and retired from Green Bay, and I am currently substitute teaching in Wrightstown and East De Pere, Ashwaubenon, and I'm on the rolls for West De Pere, although that has not started yet.
Okay, so mid-March comes around, schools get shut down. What were you thinking at the time? What do you think was going to happen?
Oh goodness, I was working March 15th, and there was all kinds of little conversations going on in the hallway, and I think everybody knew what was going to be happening. And my first reaction was, oh no, what am I going to do? Because I really like the kids. And here I sit 10 weeks later, and I haven't had any contact with any of my students, if you will. So we're in a pandemic, and schools are closed.
All right, you've got quite an incredible tale of woe here. You've described just how hard it has been for you to receive your unemployment benefits. What have you gone through these past 2.5 months?
Okay, I originally applied for unemployment. My last day again was March 15th. I received something from DWD dated March 27th, and it was a breakdown of what I would be receiving. However, there was a stipulation that said I had a pending issue and they needed to verify my employment with the various districts for whom I work, and I needed to contact a claims specialist. Tom, I have made over 2,000 phone calls to try and contact a claims specialist, and I have yet to reach a human. So yes, I'm a little bit frustrated. It almost seems as though people like myself should be tagged as making so many phone calls, knowing that it's kind of critical. Going without a paycheck for 2.5 months has been, I've handled it. I'm a smart person, I've handled it, but I'm fighting for the principle of it. I have talked with many different people, Representative Mako, Jim Golembeski, Troy Streckenbach from Brown County. I even had a great conversation, well, email, I should say, with Caleb Frostman, who is the director of DWD in Madison, and he sent me back a really nice email explaining things to me, and I have great respect for Caleb. He was a former student of mine. However, I'm still not paid.
And I did hear you correctly, 2,000 attempts, 2,000 telephone
2,000,
calls.
2,000, over 2,000 phone calls. I have pretty much given up because the anxiety every time I tried to place a phone call and hearing the same message over and over again, and then just that the systems are clogged down, or if I do get through, I'm sorry, we are ending this call because there are too many people on the waiting list right now.
All right, so this week, the Department of Workforce Development announced that they have begun issuing determinations, as they called it, for payments for pandemic unemployment assistance. Is this good news, positive news for you, or are you just of the opinion now of, I'll believe it when I see it?
It isn't positive news because I don't qualify for pandemic insurance. I qualify for regular uninsurance benefits.
So how frustrating, you seem calm. How frustrated
Thank you.
How frustrated are you over all of this?
I'm very frustrated. I challenge many people out there to go 2.5 months without a paycheck. It's not an easy thing to do. As I mentioned, I've gotten by, but again, I'm fighting for the principle of it. And I have to take a drink of water, excuse me. And I just think the whole principle, the system must be incredibly antiquated. There must be a way to take people that are calling so often. And remember, they told me to call them, a claims specialist. Having done so 2,000 plus times and not getting through, I guess I'll just wait.
But you have gotten through, as you said, to a few people in Madison. Did that make you feel any better at all?
The response I got from Caleb Frostman did make me feel like I'm not alone in this situation. And he explained just how bogged down they are and how they're hiring new people and trying to get to these claims as fast as they possibly can. And my outstanding issue is verifying my employment with my 3 schools again. And I guess I don't quite understand how difficult of a process that would be to make 3 phone calls.
All right, Paula, we just spoke with Jim Golumbesky in our last segment. Coming up in a couple of minutes from right now, we will be talking to Caleb Frostman. What shall I ask Caleb Frostman on your behalf?
Well, I would say that we need, Caleb and his people need to start addressing those claims that came in first. Because I know people that have claimed unemployment weeks that have been receiving their money long after I started with my initial claim in March 15th. And I know people that are receiving monies, and I don't understand what the process is and how they tend to prioritize which claims are most significant. That's what I'd like to ask Caleb.
All right, we will put that question to him momentarily. Paula Laundrie, thank you so much for joining us, and we do hope for your sake that the check is in the mail. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Tom.
Caleb Frostman coming up next on Newsmaker Sunday. Stay with us.